Welcome to the Smite God Reveal parody created by me. Have you guys ever watched the Smite God Reveal? You haven't? Watch them, they are pretty entertaining and fun. However, there's always one thing that makes me smile. It's the fighting scenarios, because, well, I don't always agree on what they say about that fighting scenario. So I'm gonna make a funny parody about those fighting scenarios that I thought I would describe slightly different. I hope you guys enjoy it, so let's jump into it for
Kumbhakarna, the sleeping giant. In this first scenario, Kumbhakarna pushes middle lane against Anhur, arriving from the jungle for a gank. The allied Anhur pins his enemy counterpart with a shifting sands and impale combo, just as Mercury arrives with sonic boom. Sending the enemy flying with epic uppercut, Kumbha gets the kill.
In this first fighting scenario, Kumbhakarna defends left lane against the enemy Anhur when his ally Anhur appears and lands a perfect impale, followed by all the damage he can get. An allied Mercury appears, spams his ultimate and wastes this when Kumbhakarna decides that's not enough wasted ultimates and wastes his as well in order to steal the kill.
Bastet, goddess of cats. In this first fight, Bastet comes from the jungle for a gank, activating Razor Whip and Declaw. She continues pursuing the Smith of the Gods as a few additional basic attacks take him down.
In this first fighting scenario, Bastet gets lucky because the enemy Anhur didn't ward at all and just get grabbed by Sobek. Seeing how many wards he has, any jungler could kill him, and even Tyr, who came from the jungle, would have killed him.
In this final fight, Bastet pounces to a team fight in mid lane, activating Cat Call and Razor Whip. She takes down Zhonghui, shifting focus to Guan Yu. Bastet brings down the Saint of War. Continuing on against the Smith of the Gods, Bastet helps take down Vulcan with a Declaw and Razor Whip combo. A quick pounce to Neath seals the fate of the Weaver.
In this final fighting scenario, the enemy team decides to ignore all wards they have on the right side of the map, and so Bastet jumps in and uses all her skills, like she should do, in order to kill as many enemies as possible. Neath sees the trouble, tries to run away, but gets caught by Tyr. However, after she activates Sprint, she stops to run away and decides to attack, and also decides to die. Bob.
Scylla, horror of the deep. In this first scenario, Scylla attempts to flee from Shonga and Sobek with Sentinel. Turning around, Scylla gets caught by Anubis' Mummify as he casts Plague of Locusts. Retaliating with Seekum and Crush, Scylla dodges Anubis' Death Gaze long enough to take him down with a few basic attacks.
In this first fighting scenario, Scylla escapes a dangerous situation in the jungle when the enemy Anubis appears and gets her. However, the allies of Anubis decide that Scylla will die, and so they leave Anubis alone just to let him die. Poor Anubis. He's so dead.
In this final scenario, Scylla enters a team fight in mid lane. Initiating with a Crush, Sentinel, and Seekum combo, she helps take down the enemy Shonga. Activating Sentinel, Scylla moves to Arachne as a few basic attacks take down the Weaver.
In this final team fight, Scylla contributes close to no damage in the actual team fights. Her Crusher first deals some damage to Shanga, who would have died anyways, and later on she goes to kill Arachne, who would have died anyway, seeing Anhur's ultimate.
Moments later, Scylla follows Mercury into battle against Sobek. Teleporting with Sentinel, Scylla connects with Seekum and Crush as the god of the Nile attempts to flee. A final blow with I'm a Monster gets the kill.
Moments later, she makes up for it by following Mercury into the team fight, catching Sobek, and securing the kill to the Sobek that might have survived. So Scylla overall is sorry for kill stealing earlier.
Agni, god of fire. In this first fight, Agni pushes mid lane against an enemy Poseidon. Helping clear the minion wave with Flame Wave, Agni puts down noxious fumes and attempts to stun Poseidon as he dashes forward with Path of Flames. Withstanding Poseidon's Kraken, Agni uses Rain Fire to damage the god of the oceans as a final basic attack takes him down.
In this first fight, Agni gets caught in Poseidon's pool. Luckily, he decides against summoning his Kraken, and so Agni gets the chance to kill Poseidon, but misses his key stun and runs into tower range. Poseidon, angry about what happened, summons his Kraken, misses the key point and commits suicide. Agni got a kill.
Shock, god of rain.
In this first scenario, Shock pushes the right enemy tower as an enemy Shangge comes to its defense. Activating Storm Call and following up with Thunder Strike, he easily takes down the Fairy of the Moon.
In this fighting scenario, Chuck pushes the right enemy tower. When the enemy Chang'e appears, misses her ultimate and decides to die because she runs back into the minions, eats more damage, eats more damage, eats more damage, and eats the final blow of Chuck. Goodbye, Chang'e. So that's it for the Smite God Reveal parody about the fighting scenarios. Like I said, I love the God Reveals and the fighting scenarios are quite some fun, but sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I would have described that differently, and I just did it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe I'll do it again. I don't promise anything. I'm sorry. Bye. Thanks for watching.